Hey guys, what's up? This is awkward. I haven't filmed in over a month, and it'll probably be 2 months by the time I edit and actually post this. Welcome back, all of my loyal subscribers. And if you're not one of those people, that's cool too. You can do that. So, I'm not gonna apologize for not filming because I just didn't have time and I'm not that sorry. So, today's video, no one asked for this. This was not even remotely prompted in any way, but I think it'll be fun. Do you also give your OCs birthdays? Or like the day that you created them is their birthday? Well, I have that. And my OC Fen's birthday is really soon. It's December 28th. Hopefully I have this video out by then, or right before it, or right after. Should be around that time. I really hope. But it's her birthday coming up. And I really wanted to do some work on her. I wanted to make a new reference picture because the one I made, or the one I have now, is like a year old. And that's kind of gross and crusty. I wanted to... What else did I want to do? Oh, I wanted to do a character expression sheet as well. So like I went on Pinterest and found some character expression sheets, and I'll just pick some stuff from there and we'll do some like drawings that'll go along with the reference sheet. And I'll do both of those digitally. It's just easier. It really is. And I can get color matching better and just kind of have it super clean, more professional. I'm talking a lot. Those are the two things that I like really had planned, but if I have like extra time or I want the video to be longer, I'll just do a nice little like finished drawing of her. Obviously Fen is like my main OC of like my big main story that I have going on inside of my little pea brain right now. Okay, so this is my canvas. I'm gonna do like 3 different things for this. I'm gonna do like a normal character reference sheet where it's like a full body, a side profile, and like some other little details about either the clothes or like just the face or whatever. And then I want to do an accessories page where it's like different little things that she carries, or like she has a backpack and like what's inside of it. The last thing I'm going to do is a expression sheet, and I already have an expression chart that I'm going to use, and I picked out some that I want to do that I think best represent her character or are just some good expressions to have that she would do. Okay, let's just jump right into this. So I always like talk about Fen, and I always have drawings of her, but I never actually like explain who she is and like what kind of story she has, mainly because I don't want to give away too many plot points, but I'll just give away as much as I can without spoiling the story or giving away like any terrible details. So her name is Fen, though you know that. Her full name is Fen Volps, and yes, her last name is the scientific word for fox. I know that. I did that on purpose. Besides her name, I feel like we should address the elephant in the room, or the character design elephant in the room, which is kind of, her design is very complicated, and that's just kind of the aesthetic that goes with the story. But, okay, like, the people who get it, and the people who don't. But if you ever had, like, a gacha phase, me, you would know that there was always characters that had, like, animal ears and wings mixed together, and while those characters were always like way too complicated and really annoying, I like to think that she is not like that. It's actually valid to the story and has a lot of lore that goes behind it that I don't know if I could totally explain in this video. I'll talk more about her personality when we get to expressions, but the main page, so I have a full body, a side profile, a close-up view of her face, a back panel, and her wing shape to really kind of try to get all areas of her design. Of course, this reference page is really just for me because I'm the only one drawing her mainly. But also, I wanted to talk about fan art, and I love the fan art. If you or someone you know, or just people, and if any of you guys who watch these videos want to draw my OCs, go ahead.
honestly, I kind of encourage it. Of course, there is the principle that, like, if you are to post it, you have to tag me because she is my character, and it would be rude if you took her as your own and just posted it, like, without reference. So, I want to get that out there that I enjoy the fan art, and I'm very, very happy to have people draw pictures of her because they have, and it means so much to me, and I highly encourage it. I actually have received some fan art, and I really love it. It's so touching. Thank you to those people who have done that. Anyway, so now we're done with the main page, and we're going into accessories. See, I feel like accessories really show a lot about a character and what they can do, or like what they enjoy doing. So for Fen, she has like this backpack, and she has a little flute and a notebook and some like hair care stuff and a disguise potion, which you'll see I put in. And the disguise potion is to actually hide some parts of herself, which are valid to the story plot. Which, you know, comes into play with the lore and stuff, but it's really long and complicated lore. And maybe, I don't know, maybe should I do a live stream and just kind of explain my OC lore? Let me know if you want that, because that'd be kind of fun and I would enjoy it. Actually making this, like, accessory page was really fun, because I'd always had, like, an accessory page that I made literally, like, 2 years ago, and kind of never made another one, but getting to make a new one and actually coloring it and, like, putting in more detail was so nice, because it really shows her story in a way. Like, with the flute, it shows that she enjoys music. The scrapbook and the pencils are from someone else, and so is the hair stuff and disguise potion. So it's kind of like the things that she gathers on her travels. The items also represent, like, the people who influence her and, like, make her who she is throughout the story, and kind of give more, like, depth and development to it. Okay, now we're on the expression page, which I really love this entire process. Drawing expressions is, like, my favorite thing. Okay, you'll see I struggle with the mouth on this one for, like, ages, but just ignore it. Okay, if I could describe Fen's personality in, like, one word, maybe, I would say gremlin. Because she's, like, a bubbly character, and she's childlike in a way. Like, if you saw the little notes I made at the top of the main page, you'll see that she is 15 years old. So she's not, like, old to begin with, but she is, like, childish. She's not super immature, but also, in a sense, she is. I don't know, she just kind of is like that. Also, that digs a little bit into the lore that I cannot discuss, because it's important to the story, but the childlike behavior is because of it. Fen is also really, like, empathetic, and she really feels for other people because of her own experiences throughout the story, because, like, she went through so much. Spoiler alert, she has tragic backstory. But she goes through so much, and then when she sees other people going through it, she just feels like she has to act, because no one wants to, she doesn't want anyone to feel the way that she did. And I think that's a really great and admirable thing about her character, but also gets her into a lot of situations that aren't great. Fen is also a pretty insecure person. Like, she's very loud, and she's very funny, and she has all of this immaturity almost to cover up her insecurity, which dives into the lore a little bit with a lot about her physical appearance, of course. And she just has this, like, overwhelming social fear. Like, she was never great in social situations, but the social order of their world doesn't really like her. Like, they kind of cast her out because of her looks, and that goes into the lore, which I'm not going to explain, but she just has a very insecure, like, undertone. Deep emotions aside, I made up this thing about her that I think explains her personality in a kind of summed up way. She likes poop jokes. She thinks they're funny, hilarious, all of the above. She'll cackle until her ribs hurt when she hears a poop joke. When I tell you this took so long, it really did. Of course, I did it across a couple days, because I would not do this all in one sitting. Also, don't mind my voice, I am a little sick right now. So I finished it, and little tip for you guys, if you're making like character reference sheets, I think this is really cool. You can put on animation assist for like your different grouped layers, and then you can like flip through it. Like, so here's the main page, then you have the accessories, and then the different expressions, and they're all kind of just in this like collective little bunch, and it's really nice. So I recommend you do that. I'm filming this actually on the 28th right now, like this part of the video. So happy birthday to Fen. She's turning 3 years old. Yeah, I made her in 2020. There it is. There's her original drawing. Of course you can see there's a lot of similarities, and especially her clothing and just overall color palette. But, oh my god. Okay, so you see down here it says December 29th. Yeah, so I actually created it on the 28th, and then I think I just finished it, or like added more color on the 29th. But 28th is technically her birthday. So anyway, this is her first thing. Whoa, I have so many things. But I thought this was really fun, and also it just gave me an excuse to make her a finalized character reference sheet. Because I did make one before, which was like over a year ago, and of course my art improved so much each year, but I feel like since I really have like this is her character, okay? Like, she's not going to change from this because I already have all of her stuff planned out. So I think that this will be her official and final reference sheet. I thought that all of my other OCs, so they all have birthdays, and either it's the day that I drew them, or I just give them a random birthday that I think would suit them for some reason. It'd be kind of cool if I made different reference sheets for each of their birthdays. I think it'll be fun, and it's a good excuse, dog hair on my screen, a good excuse to just give them final reference sheets, make content out of them, and also just, you know, honor my OCs in a way, I guess. I also think it'd be kind of interesting for me to explain her origin, like how I created her. I remember the night, like I remember it so well. Picture this. It's December 28th, 2020. I'm really bored. And I'm on my iPad being like, I feel like drawing. And I remember this very specifically. I was sitting next to a window that was open, and there was a bunch of cold air flowing in. I'm drawing, and then I end up with this picture, of course. And I am absolutely enthralled with this. And I was like, I need to make this a story. Like, she is so cool. We can give more characters. And based on her clothes, I was like, I want pirates. I want on the sea, you know, adventure, crazy stuff. And that's what the story did end up being. And I think, like, it's important to know that she was made in 2020, which is, of course, the year that the pandemic started and, you know, had us all locked up. The fact that she was made in 2020, I think, is very evident when you look through her story in an analysis view. Because the whole story is about finding your place or your people and, like, traveling the world, which is something that you couldn't do in 2020. She is a representation of my past self. It's good to know that I made her when I was like 12. Do the math. So 3 years later, it's kind of interesting looking back on it, because, like, looking at her, it's like, oh, well, when I made her, I wanted to find my own place and to find the people that understand me. And 2020 was a very isolated year. And that's kind of, her story revolves around an isolation. If a little bit of deep psychoanalysis for you right there. She's only ever grown from there. When I first made her, she had no personality and is essentially a self-insert. Like, this is the way I would kind of draw myself when I was, like, in this, at that time, I kind of looked like that. Not really, but I did have the longer hair. As time went on, I developed more characters, and funny enough, she was the last character to even get a name and actually, like, a personality. She was severely underdeveloped for, like, no lie, a year when I was making other characters. I didn't know what to name her. The name just kind of clicked when I found it. How did I find the name? I kind of made it up. But also, I just looked up, like, cool baby names and found, I found one that was spelled Fen, which is Fen, but then I added the E on at the end for some reason, and I don't know, it stuck. So that's her name. She's like me for real, but not at the same time, because after many years she developed into a different person. She's a representation of me in a dulled down sense. My 12-year-old self, right there. I hope you enjoyed this look into my process of how I create character worksheets. There's dog hair all over my screen. Hope you enjoyed the process of looking into this. It's very fun, and I want to do more, like, with it. So, you know, I will do more with my other OC's birthdays, and I think that's gonna be fun. Hope you enjoyed. Have a lovely, like, day, night, or whatever. Also, hope you guys had a happy winter holidays, or a happy just winter break. Because I'm on winter break right now, and I'm loving it. Hope you're just having a great one. Stay safe, stay healthy, eat your vegetables, stay swag. Okay, bye.